Hi, I'm Sarah Barguirdjian and welcome to your yoga class with me, where today we're going to be looking at the transitions between poses, the spaces between, which aren't really spaces, they're very fundamental and an important part of your yoga practice. After all, when you're doing a class, most of the time you're either coming into the pose or coming out of the pose. And today we're going to be looking at two particularly interesting transitions. Before we do, please remember to subscribe and do feel free to leave any comments afterwards, any questions that you might have, and remember that you can support me and be supported more if you join me on Patreon. The details for that are in all the class comments below here. Let's begin standing up. And I want you please to come to the short edge of your mat and bring your 2 feet together. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Turn your palms out to the side walls and inhale your arms up overhead. Come into chair pose, bending your knees. Now from here, I want you to bring your right leg over your left leg, coming into eagle pose. And then bring your right arm under to complete the pose, either with your palms together or the backs of your hands together, or put your hands onto your shoulders. Then open up your eagle wings, unravel your right leg and just kick back a little bit here as you lower your chest a little bit more. 3, 2, maybe bend that left knee a touch more. 1, now stand up. Bring your right foot down, come back to mountain pose. Turn your palms out to the side walls. Inhale your arms up overhead. Chair pose as you exhale. Keep breathing. Pick up your left leg. Wrap it around your right. You might not get the hook of the foot around the calf, that's okay. Squeeze your legs, bend your knees, then bring your left arm under for Garudasana, eagle pose. Gaze through your wrist. Now spread your eagle wings, and then again, unravel the left leg and just kick back a little bit and lower your chest. Keep lifting your shoulders up away from the floor and press them down towards your tailbone. Then stand up. Turn your palms out to the side walls. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Come back into chair pose. We're going to change things here. Bring your hands onto your hips. Bend your knees a little bit more. Pick up your left foot. Kick it back and straighten it towards parallel. Keep the right knee bent. Then touch down with that back foot to the back of your mat. Bring your back knee down. Sweep your arms forward. Come into Anjaneyasana. 3, 2, 1. Lower your hands, pick up your back knee and step forward. Come up to standing again. Bring your arms out to the side. Come all the way up. Come into chair pose. Pick up your right foot. Bend the left knee a little bit more. Lower your chest. Straighten that leg behind you. Hover for a moment here. Turn the little toe down. Then step back. Bring the back knee down, Anjaneyasana. This can take some practice, getting the steadiness and the know-how. We're going to be repeating patterns, so you'll get really familiar with this over time. Bring your hands down to the floor, pick up your back knee, step forwards again. Bring your arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Come back into chair pose. Eagle pose again. Wrap your right leg around your left. Bring the right arm under. Can you see the pattern that's developing here? Spread your eagle wings. Unravel the right leg. Slowly lower your chest. Now straighten that back leg as much as you can and knit in your lower ribs so your abs stay really engaged. You can straighten your left leg here if you can, otherwise keep that leg bent. Doing a variation of Warrior 3. Then coming back into Anjaneyasana. Bend that left knee deeply. Step back to the back of your mat as lightly as you can. Bring your back knee down, turn your palms up. Anjaneyasana. So a couple of transitions here. Slowly bring your hands down. Quite often in a vinyasa class, pick up your back knee, step forward. You step forward from downward facing dog. So we're changing things a little bit here. Bring your arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Come back into chair pose. Eagle pose on the left. Pick up the left leg, wrap the left arm under, Remember, you can modify your arms if you need to. Spread your eagle wings. Unravel that left leg. Now lower your chest and bend the right knee. Pause. Stretch that left leg back. So you're coming into Warrior 3. And remember, you can keep that right knee bent, or you can straighten the leg. Then really bend the right knee, lower your chest, and then reach the back foot to the back of your mat. Bring the back knee down, and Vinysasa. 3, maybe lift the chest a little bit more this time. 2, squeeze the right buttock in. 1, then touch down, pick up your back knee, and step forwards. Good, come up to standing. Okay, and then from here, bring your hands down by your side, so you're coming back into Tadasana. Now, make a little jump, or just walk as you turn your feet, so that you're now on the left-hand side of your mat, and you've got the runway of the mat going down the right. We're going to do a completely different transition here. Bring your hands onto your hips. So this is the second one. Turn your right knee out, come into tree pose. Okay, so we're going to go from here into half moon and then back to tree pose. From here, bring your arms up overhead. If this is tricky for you, you can put your foot below your knee. Now, turn your left palm towards the screen. Bring your right arm down by your side. For half moon, look halfway down the mat, step your right foot forward, bring your hand down to the floor and pick up your back leg. Now, same deal here. You can keep your right knee bent or possibly straighten that leg. Turn your belly and chest. Keep looking down. Now, coming back into tree pose, this is an interesting transition here. Bend your right knee deeply, step your left foot down. So you're just reversing the entire process. It may get wobbly, and then bring that right leg back up and stretch your right arm up. Vrikshasana. Bring your hands down onto your hips, and then turn the right knee forward and place your foot down. It's quite a high failure rate doing that pose, so it's a good way of getting used to failing if you feel like you need to get used to failing. Let's do it on the other side. So just come straight to the right-hand side of your mat, turn your left leg out, come up. Learning how to laugh, learning how to not take things too seriously. When things don't go so well, reach up and stretch up. Turn your right palm forwards. Bring your left arm down. Turn the fingers down towards the floor. Get ready with your gaze, with your dristi. Look at your mat and then step your left foot. Try and have the toes pointing straight ahead. And then play around with coming into your Adha Chandrasana, half moon. Again, remember, you can keep that standing leg bent. I'm going to keep mine bent. My right hamstring is a little sore. So I'm going to keep it bent here. You can do the same or straighten that leg. Now, coming into tree pose, a little bit more challenging for most of us. Bend your left knee really deeply. Place your right foot down. Keep looking at the floor. Come up. Turn your right palm towards the left side of the room. And then step your left foot up, back into tree pose, Vrikshasana. 3, 2, 1. Now come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring everything down. Now we're going to link the first little vinyasa krama that we did to begin with to that one to come into a nice little flow. So come back to the front of your mat into Tadasana. Turn your palms out. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. As you exhale, come back into chair pose. Eagle pose, Garudasana, right leg on top, right arm under. Keep smiling. Open your eagle wings. Warrior 3, unwrap that right leg, step back. Now you can keep with this variation with your palms facing down, or as you knit in your lower ribs, option here to bring your arms overhead. Now I'm going to step back into Anjaneyasana. Bend your right knee deeply, step back, your left knee, bring your back knee down, bring your arms up, look up, reach up, squeeze your bottom, then look down at your front foot, bring your hands down, pick up your back knee, step forwards. Come up to Tadasana again with your arms overhead in Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, chair pose. Eagle on the left side. Left leg over, left arm under. Spread your eagle wings. Left leg goes back, warrior 3. Remember that standing leg can be bent. Knit in the lower ribs, and you've got the option with your arms if you want. Anjaneyasana. Bend your right knee a lot, step back, bring your back knee down. Look up if that's okay with you, otherwise look forwards. Bring your hands down to the floor. Pick up your back knee, step forwards. Back to mountain pose. Bring your arms up overhead as well. And then bring your hands down by your side and jump so that you're making a quarter turn towards your right. Bring your hands onto your hips. Turn your right leg out. Tree pose. Get ready for half moon. Turn your left palm towards the screen. Look down the mat. Step your right foot down. Adha Chandrasana. Separate the toes of that back foot. Turn your belly a little bit more towards the right. 3, or towards your screen. 2, now we're going to come back into tree pose. 1, bend your standing leg deeply. Step back. Try and keep your top arm up if you can. Replace your tree. 3, keep gazing forward. 2, bring your hands back more if you can. 1, mountain pose. Bring your hands down. Go to the other end of your mat. It's a transition as well. Tree pose. Turn the inner knee out. Bring your arms up. Look where you want your foot to land. Half moon. Come in slowly and steadily. And again, the option to keep that standing leg bent is there. Do try and straighten the leg that's up. Back to tree pose, slowly and steadily. Keep your breathing smooth. Back to tree. However many fumbles it takes, the more you practice this, the fewer they will become mountain pose. There. Now from here, we're going to stop. But by all means, choose some other classes. I've got a good selection up there. Or you could do a Shavasana, rest, and then go back into your day. Go into your day being aware of what you do in between events. Try and keep your focus clear and be aware of your steadiness and of your smoothness, not only in your breathing, but also in your perspective and your outlook. Do whatever you do. Do whatever you need to do to make your day go as well as you can. Namaste. Take care.